Hey beautiful people, a pleasant evening to everybody. I've been MIA for a few days. Alright, beautiful people. So I bought the whatever weekly cleaner star, whatever this is, observer. And I'm looking at something here. It says rise above it. Rise above it, Prime Minister. At the opening ceremony for the new police station at Little London, Westmoreland, the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, was obviously incensed, meaning he was angry or upset, to put it mildly, at what he described as a tissue of lies and misinformation regarding his government's handling of the Hurricane Melissa recovery effort. The Prime Minister's indignation is understandable. It certainly is, to be honest with you people. He believes that he and his government are doing the best to ensure that the recovery is conducted on a bipartisan basis. So it's free from any taint of discrimination and corruption. So it's not because you may be JLP, he'll only help you. So whether you're PNP, JLP, OPP, UPP, MOB or POB, he will assist you. So most well-thinking Jamaicans will agree that this is so despite the initial hiccups in the immediate aftermath of the hurricane. The international goodwill that has come to Jamaica is a testament to the high regard in which the country is held by the international community. And I realize that. Oh my God, and I'm so grateful to them for their help. This is not just a doing of any one political party, but successive governments over the years. But the massive deployment of international capital in the wake of the hurricane's devastation, to the time of almost 7 billion United States dollars, is directly attributable to the work that has been done by the Holness's administration in stabilizing the economy and creating the strong fiscal position that the country now enjoys. It is as if the international community is applauding this work and is thus prepared to give the administration the help it needs to get the country back on a strong, solid path. Yet his critics, especially those of the political opposition, are not applauding the government's recovery effort. So sorry people, I'm here trying to say the thing a little bit clear. Yes, beautiful people, you know. Where am I now? Yeah, they believe that it is not robust enough and that it is being done on a partisan basis. I don't agree. What seems clear to me is that given the tarnished image that has been appended to any such big operations since independence, it would be naive, if not foolhardy, to believe that unjustifiable criticisms by various sectors of the society would not be forthcoming. It is clear that in the age of non-traditional media, when everyone with a social media account can become an instant journalist, in quotation. Oh my goodness, it's funny. Or at least have a word to say which can easily be disseminated to hundreds in a variegated audience. All kinds of falsehoods and innuendos will be spewed. Absolutely true. The question is, what does one choose to respond to? And if one does respond, what benefits are there to be derived from that response? As we heard in Little London, the Prime Minister's chosen path is to wage all-out war on his detractors. How he will be able to do this at a time when every sinew of his being ought to be preoccupied with dealing with the devastation wrought on the country by one of the worst national disasters to hit in our living memory, is left to be seen. Well, the reality is that he has assistants that, that can aid, as they put it this way, you kill all the birds with the one stone. So that is not something to even bellyache over. Declare the Prime Minister, if it is one thing that you can say about me not afraid of nobody. All who want to talk, make meme, go on. Me will go with you toe to toe. Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to it. Really, Prime Minister? Where will you find the time to do all this? Like others, I've seen some of the downright lies and propaganda of which the Prime Minister speaks. In a growing culture of deliberate mischief, let me read that again. In a growing culture of deliberate mischief, as he describes it, the gullible can be easily misled, and falsehoods and fabrications can do a great deal of damage to the body politic, especially in the context of national tragedy, which I've seen. If you believe you have been doing a good job in the circumstances, these falsehoods can hurt at the very core of your being. One of the things people, let's say the truth hurts. Lies hurt. Lies hurt. And it can cause devastating effects. You understand? So it is actually a false notion to say that lies cannot. They hurt. Because when you know it is not true and people are believing and they are reacting to the lies, that's a part that is bothersome. Is the fact that people react to the lies. You know, that is where it becomes very problematic. When people try to damage others' reputation and tell lies, it's not a good feel. So it's not just the truth hurts, lies hurt as well. You know? But a leader, especially one who heads a country, has to pick his or her battles and determine what to respond to. The above quote and aspects of the speech could be interpreted by some, especially his detractors, as an intemperate outburst, indicating that he's not able to take the heat in the kitchen, which for this Prime Minister is definitely not the case. It is well known that when you squeal too much about a matter or take too defensive a position on it, you give credence and traction to your critics that something is really going on, whether in reality or by perception, and reality's perception is greater than reality in the minds of many. A vociferous response to every perceived peeve is for some an indication that there is some truth in what the critic is alleging. Not necessarily. I don't agree with that, because you see, one of the things, I realize in life, people, is that it is easy for people to talk until they're in the position. When the former Prime Minister of the People's National Party, I'm talking Minister Portia Simpson Miller, they even have compilation memes of it. When she would say, "Me no afraid of no girl, no boy, whatever," and the different things she would do. She would tackle people because it is not easy to be bullied, and just watching yourself being bullied and just almost verbally, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a verbal war is being emitted, So it's like a verbal, it's easy. It takes enormous strength, willpower, and extreme self-control. And it takes years to build to get to that place. The Lord had to work on Moses for 40 years for him to become the most meek man. This man is in his early 50s. He's still what you would consider a fairly young man. It is not easy to be taking this lambasting, the lies, the vitriol, the acrimonious comments, just one after the other, stoning him. The man will get angry one day. It's like when they say, when the Bible says, fathers and mothers, basically, do not provoke your children to wrath. He's provoked to more than wrath. So it is easy for people to say that he shouldn't say this. When you're angry, they're up many times. That is why the saying says, never say never. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it gives credence to what the people are saying when you squeal a lot. It is very difficult to sit down as you turn on the TV and you hear people lambasting you, verbally assaulting you, saying all manner of evil and lie. It's not easy to sit and just take it. It is not. You people can say that because it does not happen to them. So it is easy as the outsider to say this. I don't agree with that part. It's not easy, and it has to. The only way for people to understand is for it to happen to them. If the Prime Minister said that, maybe, I can understand. He was just upset. Him just tired of it. Him just reach a breaking point. It's just tiresome. It's tiresome to hear lies after lies after lies after lies. Attack after attack after attack. The body cannot take that. It needs to stop though. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lines and follow me.